Okay, hello ladies and gentlemen. We are talking about piecewise functions today. Now, piecewise functions are just graphs or just functions, but there's pieces of them. So I just want to give you a reminder that this less than or greater than symbol has an open circle. Less than or equal to, greater than or equal to is a closed circle. Okay, just want you to remind you of that so when we do this, you're not super confused. So if I am given negative 2x and I am told x is less than 1, and I am given 2x and I am told x is greater than or equal to 1. So let's start with the first one of negative 2x. So if it starts at 0, okay, and if I go down 2 and to the right 1, that brings me to 1. But since it's a less than, not an equal to, I need to erase that and make that an open circle. Down to right 1. We're going to make it an open circle because it's anything that's less than or equal to. So I need to go in this direction now. So I'm going to go up 2, left 1, up 2, left 1, up 2, left 1. And you guys already know how my lines are, so we're going to see how this works. I'm going to try and get a line that goes straight-ish through all the points. Do me a favor, pretend it does. Okay. And it's going to be a ray. So that's our first one. Now the next one is just a positive 2x, but it says x is greater than or equal to 1. So I'm going to start here, but this time I am going up 2, and I need to go right 1, but it's greater than or equal to, so I'm going to put a closed dot. Up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1, and then let's try. You guys know how this is. And draw a line. Oh, no, I don't want it there. It has to go here. So let's see if I can erase that one. Nope, it's not going to let me. So we're going to pretend that one doesn't exist. Okay, so this is what our graph looks like. And it looks like this because remember, this one includes 1 and it's anything greater than. So anything that is greater than, let me get a highlighter for us, is going to be over here. Okay? And then anything that's less than, remember, goes this direction. So this is why as we go this way, these are all included. And these are all included. And then we have that jump. Okay? Hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. We're going to do another one. And we'll see, we're going to work on it together, okay? So let me get this graph first. Got to move this graph down. Okay, here's my graph again. Let's extend the page so it's not quite so cramped. Okay, so let's go back to our pen. And this time, we are going to do something very similar in the way of graphing, but it's going to have different pieces. So let's see, negative 2x, and this is when x is less than negative 1 this time. And then we have a 2x, and it's when x is greater than or equal to negative 1. So we're going to pretty much have the same graph. So let's see. I'm going to start at 0, and it's down to right 1. Well, that's going to bring us to a positive, so that's not going to work. But if I go up 2, left 1, I can put an open circle because this is that negative 1. And remember, we need that negative 1 to be an open circle because this is where it starts. And in this case, it says less than, so we're going to keep going. So I'm going to go up 2, left 1, and I can put a dot. Up 2, left 1, up 2, left 1. So I can do that, and then I can try and draw my arrow through all this. Well, my ray. Okay, and then I'm going to shrink that a little bit. And then let's do the other one. I'm going to do the other one in red. So we're starting at 0, or I wish we would. So I can put a dot at 0 because it says x has to be greater than or equal to. So if I'm going up to right 1, because this is a positive, okay, I'm also going to need to go down 2 and left 1, and it's a closed circle because it's greater than or equal to. Don't forget about that. And then we can just draw our line. Ah! And there we have our function. This is our wonderful piecewise function. It's technically graphs, it's just it's in two different pieces. Thus it is the piecewise function. Okay, when we look at this more, we're going to start looking at how to break them down, but this is just going to be that nice easy part A. Okay, I'll give us one more, and because I don't want to overload you with this, and then we'll keep going. So excuse me while I reposition everything again. Okay, so this time let's make it a little bit more. So we're going to have negative 2x minus 1 when x is less than or equal to 2. I like that so far. Negative x plus 4 when x is greater than 2. So the big thing we're looking for is that 2 on the x-axis. So I'm going to start by graphing this one. Remember that negative 1 is our b value, so we need to start at negative 1. So I'm just going to put a dot here, and then I'm going to go down 2, right 1. And I'm just doing closed dots for now until I can figure out where I need to be. Okay, down 2, right 1. So this is kind of our graph. But it says we're looking at when x is less than 2, less than or equal to 2. So this is going to be my 2 right here. So these dots need to go away because it's 1, 2, and then I don't need these ones. So if I wanted to, I could make my line now and say, okay, here we go. I should probably put more dots or get a better line. The next one I'm going to do in blue, negative x plus 4. So I want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we start here. And then I'm going to go down 1, right 1. Ooh, they're both negatives. Down 1, right 1. And I'm just going to keep going. Oops. Sorry, I got a little sloppy there. But it says when x is greater than 2. So I'm going to have to go find 2. So 1, 2. And instead of having that dot there, I need it to be an open circle. And so I only need the greater thans. So the 0 and the 1 I don't need, which is why I erased them. And then we can draw our line through here. I know a lot of times yours will look better than mine, but as you guys already know, you graph so much better than I do. So this is part 1 where we're just graphing piecewise functions. When we come back, so for part 2, we're going to start trying to make we're going to make functions out of the graphs. Remember, if you have questions, let me know. This is just the graphing portion.